great morning to you, Oyo State. A very good morning to you, Ibadan, the capital of Oyo State, and a very beautiful morning to you, Nigeria. Thank you for tuning in to Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio and Oyo State #1 family radio station. We're broadcasting live from Wells Broadcasting House. We're located along Alafin Avenue, Uluyole Estate, Ibadan, the capital of Oyo State. Thank you for joining us. This is Perspectives Unlimited, the press report program where we take you through the dailies for today with in-depth analysis to help you understand the stories in the news for today. My name is Ayo Emmanuel-Ojo. Our analyst is in the studio to give us full details and comprehensive analysis of some of the stories we can take this morning. And at the same time, our very darling listener, you listening to me, and will be joining the show later on, also have the opportunity to share your thought, your own perspectives on nation building, on any of the stories inside it, stories that are very maybe pointing our direction in what the government should do right or what is not working. I'd like you to, put a phone call through and share your own thought. We can also provide solution that in itself is part of democracy, where we also get involved using the media, providing solution as much as we can to the government. My name is Ayo Emmanuel-Ojo. Once again, you're welcome to the show. Right here in the studio this morning, we have the Punch newspaper, The Guardian, and of course, we will be reading from the Nigerian Tribune this morning to serve you and let you know what is trending in our nation, Nigeria, today. But before we get to that, let's encourage ourselves quickly and let's talk about patience. Patience is the calm acceptance that things can happen in a different order than the one that you have in mind. Patience is the calm acceptance that things can happen in a different order than the one that you have in mind. So let's remind ourselves that we should be patient in all that we do. Again, patience is not the ability to wait, but the ability to keep a good attitude even while waiting. And that reminds me of this scripture that says, something about we should waiting. The vision is yet for an appointed time. Though it tarries, wait upon it, for it will surely come to pass. All right. There are so many things that you are waiting on, expecting, maybe prayed about. You've shared with one or two people that you believe can, do something for you. Let's continue to wait, because patience is the calm acceptance that things can happen in a different order. And God's way is never the way of the man. He's looking in a different direction. You are looking in a different direction. But when we trust in Him together with, patience in mind, we will definitely, get to our promised land. Once again, you're welcome to Perspectives Unlimited. Let's start with the Punch newspaper this morning. On the Punch newspaper on page 2, APC opposition clash over by-election results in 12 states. The writer says Tinubu hails winner. INEC as PDP, NNPP, ADC reject result, threaten lawsuit. You find the story on page 2. On page 28, shipping crisis delays Dangote's 3,550 CNG trucks. It's on page 28. And on page 3, court orders full disclosure of 37 billion naira renovation by the National Assembly. It's on page 3. Now to the big story on the front page of the Punch newspaper for today, Monday, the 18th of August 2025. Workers' compensation. Federal government backtracks as NLC holds ground. It's on page 27. The writer says NSITF moves to avert strike, says AGF will refund workers. NLC leaders meet. And on page 3 and 5, Nigeria deport 42 convicted Chinese, Philippines cyber criminals. It's on page 3 and 5 of the Punch for today. And on page 16, NCPC resumes Israeli pilgrimage with 50% subsidy. NCPC resumes Israeli pilgrimage with 50% subsidy. On page 4 and 5, 2 Nigerians die of suspected poisoning in Libya. On page 4 and 5. And on page 29, ICRC issues new PPP guideline for MDAs. You find that also on page 28. Now let's move on to the Guardian newspaper this morning. Serap seeks probe of pay to present motions bill calm. It's on page 3. And on page 2 of the Guardian, Alausa, we are bringing Nigeria's out-of-school kids back to the classroom. We're bringing Nigeria's out-of-school children back to the classroom. That's on page 2 in education. Replacing Tinubu with Jonathan, not solution, but system overhaul, says Farotimi, also on page 3. And on page 6, over 10 banks, issuers risk forced merger in race for new capital. It's on page 6 this morning, and that's the big story on The Guardian. All right, Kebbi government announces Zuru monarch passing in London. That's on page 9 this morning. And of course, by-election opposition exposed as APC tightens hold with 12 of 16 seats. On page 17, Afe Babalola canvasses better education sector to check insecurity. And on page 5, EFCC, NIS, I beg your pardon, deport 42 cyber criminals, 150 to follow. On page 16, pensioners deserve a duty of care and prompt payment. On page 16, we have that story this morning on The Guardian. Very quickly, let's see what we have on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper for today. On page 6, July 2025 inflation report. Despite gains, pressure persists, says CPPE. Estate surveyor orders peak holes in new Lagos tenancy bill. On page 4. I believe on Wazobia platform this morning, there's a conversation going on around tenancy. On page 4, that story is there. Join Wazobia platform by 10 o'clock today. A lawyer will be coming on board to speak on that. On page 22 and page 23, by-elections, APC consolidate ahead of 2027 race. Wins big in Kano. Adamawa Soludo's Abga shows strength in Anambra. PDP wins Oyo. APC seat first time. PDP wins Oyo. Rep seat first time in 18 years in Oyo. ADC humbled in Anambra. APC, NNPP maintain rivalry in Kano. PDP in Dare Street in Edo. Zamfara poll declared inconclusive. Our electoral process as deteriorated under Tinubu. ADC alleges result are a vote of confidence in Tinubu. Our party, says APC. Shake up in the army. COAS redeploy top generals on page 4. Cyber criminals. EFCC, immigration, deport dozens of Chinese Filipinos on page 3. Customs intercept container loaded with 130 million naira expired pharmaceutical drugs on page 26. And on page 30, health, caffeine can reduce effectiveness of certain antibiotics, study suggests. And that's all we can take on the front page this morning. It is still Perspectives Unlimited. Stay with us.
are expecting 110 people to vote, and we've gotten, is it 16? And the thing there is, the people that even came are aged people and not the young ones. So we are still waiting. Maybe they will turn up.
The situation of the country, that is why, because most of the people are saying, if you don't give me money, I will not vote. Some are sharing 2,000, some are sharing 1,000. So that is what we are facing in this country.
The security unit, what do they do about
They are doing perfectly, because we have police here, civil defense, we have Amatekun, so they are doing well.
Okay.
They are doing well.
The sharing of money, votes buying that is going on here.
They can't catch. They are politicians. They can't catch anyone.
By the collation and then the figure that each candidate of each party had the following: Akin Alamun Dexter Femi of ADC 256 votes. 256 votes. Olatuji Hastrop Adewale APC 8312 votes. 8,312 votes. Oyekunle Fola Sunday PDP 18404. 18,404. That Oyekunle Fola Sunday of PDP, having satisfied the requirements of the law, is hereby declared the winner and is returned.
All right, you're welcome back to the program Perspectives Unlimited on Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio and your state's number one family radio station. Great morning to you once again. You should be out of bed now, otherwise you're running late. If you need to catch up, with work as fast as you can. My name is Ayo Emmanuel-Ojo. You're welcome to the program today. With me in the studio to help us make sense of all the stories this morning, Chukwemeka Munachiso. Good morning, Chukwemeka.
Good morning, Ayo.
Good morning to you. How are you doing today, and how was your weekend?
I'm okay. The weekend was fine.
Oh, great. We thank God. You can watch us live on Facebook now on our Facebook page, Wells Radio 893 FM fan page, Wells Radio 893 FM fan page, and also on YouTube, Wells Radio 89.3 FM. Remember, you also have the opportunity to watch our television platform, which is Wells Television on YouTube. You want to enjoy wholesome, great television programming that you can watch at your own time and also in the comfort of your home. You do not need to wait on, the power, authority to restore power. If you have a mobile device, a smartphone with internet data on it, you can definitely watch television on the go. Go straight to YouTube and search for Wells Television. Wells Television. We have created amazing programs for you to watch on the go that will edify you, build you up, and also help you make better decisions with life. Both, youth-related, faith-related, news and current affairs, and so many more. You will find it right there on that platform. Chukwemeka by-election went down on Saturday in Ibadan North Federal Constituency here in Ibadan, the capital of your state. All right. Let's start with the figures from INEC as regards the number of PVCs, the permanent voter cards collected. I remember that on Saturday morning, while the roundtable, you were, directing the show, the roundtable, and we phoned in from Budija, and I spoke with the team. I can remember that I said in particular that I hope that the by-election will not remind us of what happened in Edo, the number of collected PVCs and the number of votes. Unfortunately, when the result was announced, even way before the result was announced, the by-election was only in Ibadan North, and so as a team we're able to cover, as many words and polling units as much as we can, and of course, on-site view shows that this is a very, very poor outing, and voter apathy, whether we like it or not, will be in this one. The the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has said 217,980 voters in Ibadan North Federal Constituency in Oyo State. This story was published on the 10th of July, and so it's written in that regard. But 217,980 people picked or collected their PVCs in Ibadan North Federal Constituency. Now let's go through the result of the by-election. The People's Democratic Party, PDP, 18,404 votes. PDP, 18,404 votes. APC, 8,312 votes. 8,312 votes. ADC, 256. 256. ADC, 256. And of course, SDP, 88. SDP, 88. APGA, 40. APGA, 40. And ZLP, 18. ZLP, 18. Now, doing a very simple and quick arithmetic to check the total of all of the votes put together, then we arrived at 27,118 votes. 27,118 votes. Remember, I said earlier that 217,980 people, collected the PVC, in that federal constituency. And I remember that on Saturday when we, spoke, reported back to the station, both in English and Yoruba, different report as to a lot of people not coming out to, vote in the election. I remember speaking to more than, 6 different presiding officer, a core member, and then saying on our register, we have, about 170 people. And as at about 1 o'clock or thereabout, in some areas, only 4 or 5 people, have come out to vote. There's a particular polling unit, that's at Agodi Gate, just beside the immigration office, at Agodi Gate here in Ibadan. As at 12:32, that's Unit 41, Ward 5, just by NTA. 170 people on their register. And that's at 12:32 when I sent this report back to the station. Only 7 people, had stepped out to vote at almost 1 o'clock. And voting is to end at 2:30 and counting and sorting to commence immediately. Now let's go to the Punch newspaper this morning. The headline here says, APC, opposition clash over by-election result in 12 states. The ruling All Progressives Congress in the African Democratic the ruling All Progressive Congress, the African Democratic Congress, and the PDP on Sunday differed over the outcome of the by-election held on Saturday across 16 constituencies in 12 states. And while the APC captured the majority of the state, the PDP recorded wins in Ibadan, Oyo State, and Adamawa State. The NNPP emerged victorious in Kano. The All Progressive Grand Alliance, ABGA in Anambra. The ADC, however, did not win any constituency. The APC won in 12 constituents, ABGA triumphed in 2, The PDP and NNPP won each area. However, the ADC faulted the by-election, alleging it was marred by intimidation and corruption. In a statement issued on Sunday, the ADC National Publicity Secretary, Bolaji Abdullahi, stressed that the outcome of the by-election does not reflect the true strength of the party as the coalition platform for opposition leader. He further argued that the exercise once again highlighted the alleged decline of Nigeria's electoral process under President Bola Tinubu and the ruling All Progressive Congress APC. Let's start from Ibadan here, Chukwemeka, with the result 217,980 PVCs, people holding them, and only cumulatively calculating all of the votes, 27,118 people. As against maybe some of the elections that are void, but based on the result, 27,118 people of 217,980. And if we look at this story this morning, looking at Abga in Anambra State, Chukwuma Soludo is of that political party. Looking at Oyo here, Governor Seyi Makinde is of the PDP. It's as though the governors, were able to capture, some of the areas where the by-election, happened for their political party. Let's get your view. Let's start from Oyo State, and then we move to other states. And I think it's in Zamfara, where the election is also inconclusive. The ball is in your court.
You see, Ayo, when we talk of the effect of economic policies of this administration, we always think that it borders only on the economy. It has a way of affecting people. It has a way of making people lose interest in whatever that is going on around them. But we will never be pushed out of conversations of how to make our country a place that is livable. If you look at the voter apathy, is still a problem. Lack of electoral education is still a problem. Vote buying is becoming a monster. And we can never get the right people at the helm of affairs of this country unless Nigerians of different ethnic and religious beliefs reach a shared understanding and a shared purpose of how to rescue this country. Politicians will continue to hold this country hostage. Because you mentioned vote buying. We listened to what that man said. Unless the people are hungry, people want to get money before. It is very difficult for an empty bag to stand upright. In the sense that it is very, very difficult for a man who is down and out, wretched, poor, to have integrity. Difficult, unless God intervenes in his life. Unless he's a person that is graced. You can't. Whatever you give him, he will take. Because he's living for the moment. It does not. Nigerians are not talking of poverty right now. We have reached a stage of survival. Nobody is talking of poverty again. We are talking of survival. And in this season of alaye politics, anything goes. People are ready to trade their conscience for a meal because the poverty level is so high. And in such a situation, you cannot have a transparent election. You can't have people, all these people that are beating their chests, we have won. They should be ashamed. Because if the society, if people are thriving, if people are not hungry, there are some people that will never win election in this country. But because people are already being degraded, people have already come to a level where they are not talking of poverty again. They are talking of survival. Just what I grew up in a riverine area. If you see a person that is about to drown, even if you throw anything at that person, he will clutch it because he wants to live. He wants to breathe. That's where we have come to this level. So we cannot use this election as a yardstick to test the popularity of these political parties. It's not possible. Because people have been boxed in the corner. And that is a prelude of what we're going to see in 2027. I'm telling you honestly speaking, this is what we're going to see in 2027. People will emerge victorious, not because Nigerians love them. People will emerge victorious, not because they are doing the right thing, but because people have been, imagine when you remove all the feathers of a fowl, of a chicken, and throw a corn at that chicken, it will still come to you. Nigerians have been denuded, honestly speaking. And that is why this election is not we cannot judge the how do I put it? The people that won, they didn't win because they are doing the best. No, or their party is doing the right thing for the people. No, they won because the people have no choice. That's why many people stayed away. People who cannot sell their conscience. That's why they stayed away. And now you talk of young people not coming out. Elderly ones came out. What did they come to do? You had it now. You interviewed the man. He said, some people say we cannot vote unless you give us money. Where is it done? And we call this a democracy. It's a mockery. You cannot fly. This is one of the reasons why the Canadian court declared some parties in Nigeria as terrorist organization. When you have many people so wretched, so poor, that they cannot even decide their fate again. Imagine somebody 2,000 naira. You vote, and you don't care what happens again. And the person that gave you that money is also a criminal. Because we said it on air. If somebody, they shared also at Belebe.
We saw that before.
They shared the alcoholic drinks in sachet. Is he a normal human being that will give you alcoholic drinks for you to vote for him? He's a criminal. And this is what we are going to see in 2027. So it's not, we cannot use this as a yardstick to measure the popularity of these parties. No, it's not. As far as I'm concerned, we cannot, because we know exactly what went wrong. Nigerians are not, and let me tell you something. The more Nigerians stay away from voting, the easier for them to manipulate and win. I keep calling on Nigerians, no matter how level, no matter how we have come, how low the country has descended, people should still come out and exercise their franchise. That's where I stand. If they give you, anybody that gives you Belebe, he's already a criminal. If he gives you 10,000 naira to vote for him, he's a thief. Collect the money, vote to your conscience. That's what I stand for.
All right, we'll take a break very quickly. When we come back, we talk about vote buying. We have so many allegations of vote buying that characterize the by-election in Ibadan North Federal Constituency. We'll look at that and more when we come back, and other stories that we have in the news today. Stay with us.
How long will it take you to confirm payment? I have been waiting for the past 1 hour.
I'm so sorry. Our network is slow. I will just run out of data.
Same excuse yesterday. It is unacceptable, please. You better switch to One Data Internet Service.
One Data?
Yes, One Data. One Data is an internet service provider with the best alternative and solution for unlimited speed. One Data provides fast and reliable internet service to organizations, homes, and places of interest in Nigeria. With One Data, you get to enjoy the premium internet service with dedicated unlimited internet speed at all times, 24/7 fantastic customer service and support, and you enjoy a 1-month free subscription when you make payment. Now is the time to say goodbye to downtimes. Sign up with One Data today on 0811 223 2671 or visit www.onedata.ng for more inquiries. One Data, unlimited speed.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The general public is hereby advised to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Verify the licensing status of such schemes on this website: www.cbn.gov.ng, www.nicom.gov.ng, www.pencom.gov.ng, www.sec.gov.ng, www.fsrcc.gov.ng. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call CBN 0817-665-7060, 0707-338-4828, SEC 0209-462-1168. Announcer, FSRCC.
Hey! I dey miss my language oh.
How
you go miss your language wey na im dem dey speak for Wazobia platform wey dey shele for Wells Radio 89.3 FM.
Haba, Wazobia platform na your program from Wells Radio 89.3 FM wey dey speak Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa plus including Pidgin, and na every Mondays, Wednesday, Fridays you go hear am.
Na from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Advertise for Wazobia platform. Everybody go hear am for every corner for your state and beyond.
Wazobia platform na people's program.
Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
The turnout has been very low. We are expecting 110 people to vote, and we've gotten, is it 16? And the thing there is, the people that even came are aged people and not the young ones. So we are still waiting. Maybe they will turn up.
You know, the situation of the country, that is why, because most of the people are saying, if you don't give me money, I will not vote. Some are sharing 2,000, some are sharing 1,000. So that is what we are facing in this country.
The security unit, what do they do about
They are doing perfectly because we have police here, civil defense, we have Amatekun. So they are doing well.
Okay.
They are doing well.
The sharing of money, vote buying that is going on here.
You know, they can't catch, they are politicians, they can't catch any money.
By the collation and then the figure that each candidate of each party had the following: Akin Alamun Dexter Femi of ADC 256 votes, 256 votes. Olatuji Hastrop Adewale APC 8312 votes, 8,312 votes. Oyekunle Fola Sunday PDP 18404, 18,404. That Oyekunle Fola Sunday of PDP, having satisfied the requirements of the law, is hereby declared the winner and is returned elected.
Welcome back to the program Perspectives Unlimited. 0916-893-1000, 0915-333-4-893, and 0911-333-893, 0916-893-1000, 0915-333-4-893, and 0911-333-893. We're still talking about the by-election with major focus on the Ibadan North Federal Constituency here in Ibadan, where the by-election also went down on Saturday. 217,000 PVCs collected and less than 30,000 votes. If you put the result of all of the contestants together, less than 30,000 votes all along. Now, with a statement issued on Sunday, the ADC National Publicity Secretary, Bolaji Abdullahi, stressed out the outcome of the by-election does not reflect the true strength of the party as a coalition platform for opposition leaders. He further argued that the exercise once again highlighted the alleged decline of Nigeria's electoral process under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the All Progressives Congress, APC. Let's take our first call this morning. Hello, good morning to you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you. Your name and where you're
calling from Muslim.
Good morning, Aderonke.
I greet you and I greet your guest. Concerning the Ibadan by-election that happened at Ibadan North constituency, so it really shows that the election that was held on Saturday will be the yardstick come 2027. And besides, just take a look at the low turnout. Why there won't be low turnout since people are hungry? The economy is not in good shape, and you expect people to come out. And even the people that come out, some people engage in vote buying, which is not right. So I don't blame them when they engage in vote buying, since they can barely feed in a day. So come 2027, I said, so this election is not the yardstick to 2027 election. Come 2027, I said by your state government for that APC versus Nigeria. Come 2027. So let's wait till then. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Aderonke. I know in one of our shows, Chukwemeka, you have also said that in the next election, which is in 2027, it's going to be maybe the ruling party as against Nigerians and not any political party.
No.
But with this by-election, that happened, do you think this is going to be the case?
Okay.
I know somewhere along Adioyo, that's at Yemetu, the maternity hospital at Yemetu, we stopped by there for a while. And then we spoke to, one of the people who stepped out to vote at one of the polling units there and expressed that they just sent somebody away who came there to give people money and people didn't collect. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, Wesley, good morning.
Good morning to you. High-ranking Tony from
Let us keep on deceiving ourselves, every peace of people. Who are the people? The people come out to vote here on Saturday. Like we said, even we, the masses, are corporate. There is this party people to vote. Maybe we said it on the platform you did on Saturday. The Nigerians don't vote. Look at the people that registered, 217,000. Look at the people that voted, less than 227,000, less than 10% of the registered people. Nigeria, we don't vote until we know that it's our responsibility to vote. One of our callers is just saying APC versus people. Who are the people? People are not voting. The parties will still win because party member will bring out their family member. They will bring out everybody. We that call ourselves the people, we still be analyzing until we become politically conscious and everybody is ready to take the move on. We keep on saying people are the APC. Everything we still win if you are not doing what you are supposed to do. Because party members proceed mobilized, it is easier to reach when people will not come out. Look at the number of you win in a place where 200 and something thousand register, and the winner is just calling 18,000. Is that a vote? And look at all this, is the power of incubus all over. Any place APC is ruling, APC win. PDP is ruling, PDP winning. APGA is ruling, APGA is winning. These are not elections until we the masses know that we must owe the electoral processes. We keep on saying APC is still winning if we don't rise up and do what is needed. Good morning.
Good morning to you, high-ranking Tony. And I'm going to start from there. APC and the people, is that going to be the case in 2027? Looking at this result, not just in Ibadan.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Let me tell you something, Ayo. I think INEC has not done the needful in terms of the political education of Nigerians. I have never seen where...
Let's take this call, Chukwemeka. There's a lot on the line. Hello, good morning to you. Yes, good morning. Mr. George from Olugwere.
This is George from Olugwere. Yes.
Good morning, sir.
You see, I've been saying this thing. Just like what Tony just said. Between the APC and the people. Where are the people now? Where are they? If really they are suffering, is it not the right thing for them to come out to free themselves from the suffering that they are feeling? Huh? Where are the people now? Is this what we are going to do in 2027 and then you say you win the election? It is the vote, the amount of the number of people that came out to vote that they will count. They will not count your feelings. So if you sit down at home, let's continue to suffer. That's just it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tony Chukwemeka.
You see, people that you see, I was saying something. INEC is not doing the needful. Nigerians must be mobilized. The National Orientation Agency, I don't know what they are doing. Nigerians, remember during the time of MAMSA, Nigerians must be mobilized. You understand? For people to come out and they let them be politically educated. You are complaining of something. And the channel through which you will express your opinion comes your way and you didn't come out. So the people, that's why Tony said this is not an election. And it is not. Imagine 200 and something thousand votes and only less than 30. thousand came out to vote. It's not an election. So you cannot beat your chest and say, I won decisively. You didn't. And people that even came, it appears that they came out to sell their vote and go home. That is the problem. So if Nigerians don't come out to vote, because but the problem is that people have lost confidence in the system. That confidence building is a big problem. How will INEC make Nigerians believe again that this system can provide what they want? People will not want to come out and excite and waste their time in something they no longer believe in. It's a big problem, Ayo. We have a big problem on our hands as a people. The economy is not smiling. INEC is not doing the needful to make people believe that, look, you have the power. The PVC you have is your power to make changes in your life. People don't seem to understand it. And even the faith-based institutions have all gone to bed. Because I remember vividly that in some places, faith-based institutions are galvanizing the people, making them believe, teaching them, letting them know that this is what you ought to do. Not telling them who to vote for, but at least letting them know that they have the say in the government of their country. Where is INEC in all of this? The INEC is nowhere to be found. Look at the voter apathy. Young people turn their back on the voting system. My brother, we have a big problem. And if this persists in 2027, Nigerians will continue this way.
All right. The by-election across the nation, political parties are giving their reaction, especially the ADC. Do you think this, explains what the ADC's outing will eventually be?
No, it does not.
I mean, the coalition party leaders and all of that.
The issue is
look at their performance across board.
Yes.
Do you think this is a signal that they are not as strong as they may think?
It's not a reflection. I'm not a carry member of any political party, but it's not a reflection. The only thing is that if they want to make a mark, they should also engage in educating Nigerians on what they should do. If INEC refuses to do it or don't want to do it, political parties can do it. They can go ahead and educate Nigerians the power they have through their vote. It can be done. But as far as I'm concerned, this is not a reflection. It is not a reflection. Even those that came out, look at what that man said. Even those that came out, it's like they came out to sell their vote. Because the poverty, people are no longer talking about poverty in Nigeria. They are talking of survival. We have left the realm of poverty. It's now survival. How do I cope for a day? People wake up on daily basis not knowing what the day will bring. Honestly speaking, I know what some churches are doing to keep their members afloat. I can't say it on air. Churches, what they are doing, especially good churches where the pastor understands, not the one that we feed on the people. The pastor that has a very large heart. I know what many of them are doing for their members. That's why I said, in this kind of situation, faith-based institution can help to educate their people politically. They can help. They can tell their people the power, make sure that don't come the day of voting. INEC is not going to count a prayer point. If they are going to count votes cast, they should educate their people because they have an influence over them. That's what I'm saying.
All right, let's move on to another story because of our time. Workers' compensation. Federal government backtrack as NLC holds ground. The federal government has pledged to reverse deductions from the Employees' Compensation Scheme managed by the Nigeria Social Insurance Trust Fund (NSITF) to ease tension with the Nigeria Labour Congress following the threat of a nationwide strike by the union. Last week, the NLC accused the federal government of diverting 40% of NSITF contribution to the government treasury. The NLC said the move undermines worker social protection and demanded both an immediate refund and full reconstruction of the Pension Commission Board. It warned that non-compliance could trigger industrial action. The federal government right now, Chukwuemeka, backtrack on their, action. And of course, NSITF move to avert strike says AGF will refund workers, NLC leaders to meet.
That's a very good one. You understand? And that is why that goes to show that as long as you keep quiet over certain things happening in the country, the government will have this. Because without the people, there's no government. Look at the step that the NLC took now, and look at the reversal. Because if they are kept quiet and say, okay, this is Nigeria. No, wake up and stand on your right. Demand for it, because this is enshrined in the Constitution. This is what should be done. The needful. Government will never give you what you want unless you ask for it. They will never. And that's why Nigerians will be in for a very if they keep on behaving this way. If they keep on believing that, my vote will not count, I don't have any say. No, you have to wake up, and that's why we have to educate our people. We have to let them know that without you, there's no government. In every country, imagine if Nigerians all we wake up one day, all Nigerians from north to south, east and west, and sit down at home and say we are not going to work. Do you think that government people will run away? Because they will say that there's nothing you can do. Because without the people, you cannot be in any office. So with this reversal is equally good. And I want them also, like Serap is doing right now. You know, this guy that came from is it Jigawa or Taraba constituency said that if you don't pay 3 million, 1 million, 2 million, they will not pass your bill, or you will not present a bill. Serap has taken it up. This is what we should be doing. Let these people be on their toes. They have taken up on Babionan and the house. Come and tell us whether what this man said is true or not. That's the way it should be. But we keep quiet and say it doesn't matter. It matters a lot. If we keep quiet, these people will always get away with everything. But if we stand on our ground and say, no, give us... That's why in Nigeria it's very easy to be a politician. Because you're not accountable to anybody. You are not. If we stand up on people being accountable to us, because you are representing us, like all these laws they're taking all over the place, what are you doing with it? Come and tell us what you are doing with it. The people that they say they're representing us, you call them back and say, which bill have you presented? Did you pay a bribe before you presented a bill or whatever? This is the way to build our country politically. If we keep on saying that it doesn't matter, the people will keep on getting away with whatever they want. So NLC to the right direction.
All right. In a letter dated the 16th of August, the NSITF Managing Director Oluwaseun Faleye confirmed that deductions from the workers' compensation contribution had occurred, but said they were not diversions. All right. Faleye said the deductions followed a federal policy introduced in December 2023 requiring all government-owned enterprise to remit half of their internally generated revenue. We'll come back to that. Hello, good morning to you. All right, we lost that call. Now, whatever money moved, from one place to another, Faleye says it is not deductions. It is, it is not a diversion or whatever. Rather, the federal government said the deduction followed a federal policy that was introduced in 2023 requiring all government-owned, enterprises to remit revenue to the treasury of the government. So whatever the NLC says is not entirely true, but they're turning back on the word now. Hello, good morning. All right, please do call us back. 0916-893-1000, 0915-334-893.
Okay, if what the NLC said is not true, why did they go back on their words? You see, Ayo, we cannot rule out diversion. If what NLC is saying is not the truth, why did they now go back to do the needful? Which means there is something in between. There is something they're not telling us. So, but the most important thing right now is that they have taken back their words and they have gone back again to reverse everything. So that's the most important thing. Whatever grammar they are speaking on top of it, nobody wants to know. The most important thing is that you are no longer going ahead to do what you plan to do. And that's the way it should be. We should hold people accountable, especially those in leadership position. You are there not for your sake. You are there for the sake of the people. And you must give account to the people. If people go to bed and leave you to... Every human being has the tendency to misbehave if there's nobody that is checkmating them. But if we know that you take this step, people will ask questions. You will not take it. Like this thing we're talking... Because I'm so bothered about this election. I'm so bothered because I didn't know that with all the noise where people are making on radio, people will not come out.
We're still going to be here, yes. That's a major concern. Hello, good morning. All right, we lost that call. Good morning to you. Oh, wow. What's wrong with the line?
I didn't know that with all the this thing we see, I didn't. In fact, I'm so disappointed because on Saturday we spoke in Yoruba, we spoke in Igbo language. Only we couldn't find a Hausa person to. You understand? People should come out. We encourage people to, and yet people didn't come out, which means that there is something wrong with us.
I mean, I said it on Saturday that inside Oyo will take a different turn now because I'm going to start taking that very seriously. What local government are you calling from? Did you vote in the last election? It's as simple as that. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning. That's Sharif from Monara. Good morning, Sharif.
Like what the guest said, is right. With the leaders and
please speak up a little bit, Sharif, so we can hear you well.
It's right to all the political office holders are accountable, from grassroots to the national level. But about the by-election, on that Saturday, there's a record of low turnout. Just about our party, which is not even really interesting at all. Because Ibadan North is a constituency that have the highest percentage of youth. Don't forget, UI is there, Polytechnic Ibadan is there, also UCH. That means we have a teaming youth. So I need to commend those students in ODUI because some of them really vote based on personality, not about the party that they used to do, like they did in 2023 general election. So, but the next coming general election, 2027, I want to appeal to all the elite people. It is time to come out. Not those drug traders alone. They should decide for us, the elite, the intellectual people. Please let us come out and vote to change the destiny, because the destiny is in our hand. You truly want a patriotic, a compassionate leader to be in the affairs of the governance. That's my own submission.
Thank you so much, Sharif. I mean, on the flip side, I was at the University of Ibadan.
You didn't see
my story is quite different. I mean, I'm not impressed, but that's your view. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, good morning to you.
Yeah, George, calling back.
All right, Mr. George.
Ayo, you were on the field Saturday. I called and I asked, was there really campaign in the area involved in this last election? The parties should also do what is right. They should come out and campaign. Look at the number of people who came out to vote. This is not election. This is not how to vote election. This election is supposed to lead us towards what is going to happen in 2027. We should show seriousness towards our freeing ourselves from this hunger and the pains we are passing through now. Our people should come out and vote. It is the vote that they count at the election that matters. It is not your feeling. Nigerians should free themselves from this suffering. We cannot be talking of APC and the people, and yet we are at home. Who are the people? That is my own. And then parties should please tell people what they want to do for them. Show your manifesto. Let us know what you are offering us. That is what the people should do. There's always a campaign before election. But this time around, everybody sit down at home. Even the parties are even relaxing. They should come out and make Nigeria good. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. George. Thank you so much.
I think what we will start doing is if we start doing electoral education. If people call on phone, do you have PVC? Make sure if you don't have, go and get. Make sure you vote, because people must be educated.
Because it's going to make our work
yes.
very easy. Hello, good morning to you.
My brothers, good morning.
Good morning to you, sir. Your name and where you're calling us from?
I am John Okrafo.
All right, Mr. John Okrafo. From where are you calling us from?
Now,
Mr. John, from where?
Shebi, we have national orientation agency. Abi? Do we have it?
Oh, well.
I want to know.
Yes, there's an agency called National Orientation Agency in Nigeria. Yes, we can hear you, Mr. John.
Hello, are you with me?
We are very clear, loud and clear with you. Hello, Mr. John. Hello. Oh, we lost that call. Please do call us back. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. What's the radio?
Yes, good morning. That's Mr. Salami from Awoto.
Mr. Salami from Awoto. God bless you, sir.
Good morning. God bless you too.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Mr. Mr.
Good morning, Salami.
You see, Nigeria, I mean, our electoral deficiency is, in fact, I don't even understand. Because let me tell you, as it stands right now, the only way we can ensure increased voter participation is in orienting our people. Unfortunately, majority of our people are illiterate, sorry to say. Only very few of us, only few people within the approaching age are educated. Majority of us are down below the ladder academically. And unfortunately, the youth, whose future we think we are protecting, they are never ready to take their future seriously. I went out to vote on that Saturday. mentally Ajibade is under that a lot. You need to see the scanty people all over. I trekked more than 3 kilometers. And you need to see the scanty people all over. In fact, my voting place, let me shock you. There were 71 votes altogether. 71 votes.
That's at your polling unit, right?
Huh?
At your polling unit, 71 votes.
71 votes cast altogether.
How many registered voters?
Thousands.
Wow.
All 25 voters came out to vote that very day. So, I think that was not enough. By the time I was returning, when I got to Sango Mosque, I was trying to pray. You need to even see what was even coming out from the mouth of some of these youths. Some people know, did you collect money yesterday? You go to the and as the part I couldn't even hide it. I was saying, you have been one, you stop collecting money before you vote. Some of the people are even telling me that for a while, were they?
Thank you so much, Mr. Salami.
I'm giving up on Nigeria. That is it. Because I already know, as I've said one day here, that I've never missed an election since 1999. This is my witness. Saturday, I realized as well.
Thank you so much, Mr. Salami. Because of our time, we have to let you go because of time.
I think it takes the federal government that people are not voting because they know that only those that are out are those people that can easily be bought. Those people that have genuine people will not come out. So that's why the system. Let's just go our family side.
Oh, we lost that call. Thank you so much, Mr. Salami. Thank you so much for your time. Chukwemeka, let's have your final thought. Our time is fast.
You see, Nigerians are the ones who deliver themselves. If you refuse to come out to vote, you are part of the problem of the country. That's what I have to say.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much to our very last caller, Mr. Salami. Thank you so much for calling us and all that called us on the show today. Doesn't calls on the line again, but we cannot take them because we have to go. Join Agbeya Wirunyagbo by 8 o'clock with Ade Damola Oloide this morning. And up next is AM Sport for sport lovers. Those ones no get problem. The season is on right now. All right. And they're just ready to enjoy and have fun. Sam Adelere standing by. God bless Nigeria. God bless your state. My name is Ayo. Good morning.
To this important information, the views expressed by the interviewee in this program are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of Wells Radio 89.3 FM or its affiliated entities. Wells Radio 89.3 FM is committed to providing a platform for diverse perspectives and opinions, and the views expressed by guests on our programs are their personal viewpoints. Wells Radio 89.3 FM does not endorse or take responsibility for the content or opinions expressed by individual interviewees and callers. Thank you.